What if I told you that your best years aren't behind you, but just beginning? That the wisdom and power you've earned over decades can make you unstoppable? Stick with me, because this isn't just a motivational speech. It's a call to arms for men who've lived through the storms and are ready to command the final phase of their journey. As the years go by, society tells you that your best days are over. You've heard it all. The whispers from younger colleagues who no longer seek your advice. The doctor's voice that talks more about managing decline than building strength. And perhaps the women who once turned heads now pass you by without a second glance. It stings, but you've swallowed that bitter pill because, well, it's just the way it is, right? Wrong. The truth is, you're not done. In fact, you're just getting started. If you're over 50, you've entered a phase of life that many never reach. You've got the scars, the wisdom, and the experience to be a force to be reckoned with. And now more than ever, you've got nothing left to lose. This isn't about finding motivation in cliché phrases or chasing fleeting validation. This is about embracing your true power, the one that comes from years of hardship, survival, and growth. For men like you, Stoicism is the weapon you need to harness this energy. It teaches that with age comes unshakable strength, the kind that doesn't fade away with wrinkles or gray hair. Instead, it sharpens with time, becoming a tool for wisdom and peace. While the world praises youth and chases after quick fixes, Stoicism offers something far deeper. The understanding that the older you get, the more unmovable you must become. This isn't a philosophy for philosophers. It's real-life wisdom for men who have lived, who've fallen, and who've gotten back up time and time again. So let's talk about how you can embrace your power in action, not just in theory. Now don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. This video will show you how to reclaim discipline, master your body, attract real respect, and leave behind a legacy that will echo long after you're gone. Ready? Let's dive in. In this video, I'll walk you through the transformative power of Stoicism and show you how men over 50 can not only survive but thrive in this phase of life. We'll explore 5 key principles that will help you regain your edge: the power of stillness, unapologetic masculinity, reclaiming discipline, the woman question, and finally, how to build a legacy that lives on. Let's begin with the first key lesson, the power of stillness. You've probably noticed that younger men are always on the move. They're chasing money, women, success, fueled by a restless, chaotic energy that's masked as ambition. But you, my friend, know better. The older man has learned the art of stillness. It's not about being passive. It's about moving with purpose, knowing exactly when to act and when to hold back. This quiet strength makes you unshakable in ways youth cannot comprehend. So let's dive deeper into how embracing stillness is the first step to reclaiming your power as an older man. The power of stillness. The world around us moves fast. Younger men hustle, chase after fleeting moments, and often make noise just to be heard. It's as if they're trying to fill a void with the buzz of activity. But you, as a man with years behind you, know that real power doesn't come from frantic motion. It's born in stillness. Stillness isn't about doing nothing. It's not about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. Rather, it's about creating a quiet space where you can make the best decisions, where you act from a place of calm, not chaos. Why is stillness such a powerful tool for older men? You've seen it time and time again. The young men around you rush into situations, their actions fueled by adrenaline and insecurity. They're chasing every new trend, every new opportunity, often jumping from one thing to the next. But what happens when they do that? They burn out. They tire themselves out chasing something that will never be fully satisfying. On the other hand, you've learned that not everything is worth pursuing. You know when to step back, observe, and choose your battles. Like the lion that waits patiently in the wild, you've learned to let things come to you, knowing that the right moment to act will present itself. This is where true power lies. Embracing stillness in everyday life. Imagine waking up each morning, not in a rush, but with purpose. You don't need to check your phone immediately, run out the door in a frenzy, or feel pressured to make the most of the day. Instead, you take a few minutes in stillness. It could be a moment of meditation, a quiet cup of coffee, or simply sitting in silence with your thoughts. This is your time to center yourself, to listen to your body, and to prepare mentally for whatever challenges come your way. When you embrace stillness, you stop leaking energy. No more wasting time trying to impress others or conform to social pressures. Instead, you focus on your goals, your family, and your legacy. In stillness, you regain control of your mind. And in doing so, you regain control of your life. Unapologetic masculinity. At some point in every man's life, he faces a choice. Will he shrink to fit the expectations of a world that values softness, political correctness, and conformity? Or will he stand tall, unapologetically masculine, and become a mountain that people learn to walk around? We're living in a time where traditional masculine qualities are often seen as outdated or even toxic. Society encourages men to apologize for their strength, for their directness, for their leadership. But deep down, we all know that what the world truly needs is strong, decisive men who lead with integrity, not fear. The shift in the modern world. When you reach your 50s and beyond, you're in a unique position. You've lived through the storms of life. You've experienced heartache, triumph, failure, and success. You've seen the ebb and flow of what society tells you should matter, and you know that none of it is the true measure of a man. The older generation of men has a responsibility to reject the notion that their masculinity is something to apologize for. Your masculinity, your confidence, your strength, your resolve are qualities that are rare in today's world, and they are more valuable than ever. Living as an unapologetic man, this doesn't mean that you need to be rude or overly aggressive. It means standing firm in your beliefs and actions, regardless of what others think. It means speaking with conviction, acting with confidence, and never shrinking in the face of criticism. Think about it. There comes a moment in every man's life when he must choose to be himself. Unapologetically, stop being the guy who tiptoes around others, worried about their feelings or opinions. Instead, own your presence. Take up space in every room you walk into. Sit with your legs wide, stand tall, and speak with a voice that commands attention. People will respect you, not because you demand it, but because they can sense your authenticity. And while others might find your presence intimidating, it's precisely what's needed in a world that often feels too soft and uncertain. Reclaiming discipline. They say men peak in their 30s, but that's a myth. Real peak, your prime, doesn't come until you decide to master yourself. And let's be clear, discipline isn't about military routines or following someone else's rules. It's about holding yourself accountable to your own standards, your own code of conduct. Discipline is the backbone of a successful and fulfilling life. It's the thing that keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. It's the decision to wake up early, take care of your body, feed your mind, and show up every single day, even when no one is watching. Why discipline matters. More as you age, as you grow older, you realize that time becomes more precious. Each day is a gift, and how you spend it matters more than ever. When you're young, you have the luxury of time. You can afford to waste it, to put off hard work, to live in chaos. But as you age, every day counts. Every action you take or fail to take creates a ripple effect that impacts not just your life, but the lives of those around you. If you want to reclaim your vitality and sharpen your mind, it starts with discipline. It's about pushing yourself to train your body again, to eat like your future depends on it, because it does. It's about waking up with purpose and spending your time with intention. No more distractions, no more junk food for the mind. Discipline as a daily ritual. Start your mornings with stillness, a journal, a walk, a cold shower. Not because it's trendy, but because you've earned the right to make each moment count. Every action you take should align with your mission, with the person you want to become. Train your body, sharpen your mind, and remember that each day is an opportunity to build your future. And as you progress, you'll realize that discipline doesn't just help you survive. It makes you thrive. It fuels your sense of purpose and clarity, making you more potent than ever. The woman question: stop chasing, start attracting. As you move into your 50s and beyond, you might notice something interesting. The chase gets old. The games lose their appeal. You no longer have the energy to impress, to show off, or to play by society's rules. Instead, you start craving something real, something meaningful. The shift in relationships. You stop trying to be younger. You stop dressing like you're 25. You start wearing your wisdom proudly. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop chasing women, that's when they start chasing you. It's not about flashy cars, expensive gifts, or trying to appear more successful than you are. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, standing firm in your masculinity,